Hi guys, now we'll discuss some problems on while loop using while loop. In previous video we have covered some basic problems on for loop, and now we'll cover some basic problems on while loop. Here these are the questions which I am going to discuss. First one, count the number of digits in a number. We'll look at this. Count the number of digits in a given number. Number of digits. Number of digits in a given number. Right, this is the question. The basic input is like, for example, if I have given input like 1 2 3 4, how many digits the output must be? How many digits? 1 2 3 4, right? 4. The output must be 4. If I have given input like 7 3 4 8 7, 4 8 7, the basic output must be 1 2 3 4 5, 5, because 5 digits are there. We'll see the approach now. What we see, my approach would be, I'll take a number like from, I've given in n equal to like some, let's say 787. Yes, and I'll keep a variable. No, I'll for while using while loop. See why I use while loop, because there is a number 787. I have to count this, because for every number we have to make a count. For example, that's why I'll use a variable like count. I'll initialize with 0. I'm trying to eliminate every last digit in every iteration. Here there are 3 digits, and there will be 3 iterations possible. In first iteration, 7 must, this last digit must be eliminated, and the remaining number would be 78. As this digit is eliminated, I'll increase the count equal to 1. Now this is 7 7 8 and now 7 8, this last digit is eliminated. Now the number is 7, count is equal to, and this 7, the last digit is 7, if it is also eliminated, count is equal to 3. This would be my basic approach. Now let's see the, I'll write the code, then you'll get a better understanding of that. While number is greater than 0, I'll explain you what I am writing. I'll explain you. While number is greater than 0 and number equal to number divided by 10, count plus plus. I'll initialize like, this is the body of the code, right? This is the body, this is the loop we are trying to use it, and I'll initialize like number equal to c number. I'll take the input from the user. I'll take the input of number from the user, and I'll initialize count. I'll initialize count like, now this would be the code, and I'll initialize count from 0. See, in while loop, I've not taken I have not taken like int I equal to 0 or I equal to, that's not required in while loop actually. See, the loop continue to iterate until this condition is false. That's it. While loop want only one condition, but in for loop we want initialization, we want increment or decrement, then only for loop will iterate. And while loop is not like that. It needs only this condition to be satisfied. See, if this condition is satisfied, the entire while loop will run until the condition fail. Okay, now see, I've taken like number equal to n divided by 10. Let's say n as number, n equal to n divided by 10. What I am trying to do this, for example, I have taken like int number, right? This is int, the data type of number is int. I've taken like input 787, let's say 787. This 787 is greater than 0. Yeah, that's true. Means the it enters the while loop. Now n equal to n divided by 10. What is n? 787. 787 divided by 10. How much is that? 78.7. In 78.7, what is n now? N is now 78, because see, as n is an integer, n is number, man. Don't confuse. N is number. I'm trying to explain it in the shortcut way. Now n became 78 because n is an integer and it doesn't take and it doesn't accept the decimal values. That's why n became 78. Now what is the count? This is the first iteration. Okay, this is first iteration. Now what is the count? Count is incremented as 1. Yeah, this block of code is done. This block of code is done, and now the cursor directly points over here. What is the number now? In second iteration, number is 78, right? And it enters the code. This while the condition in while loop is satisfied, so the cursor enters the code. It enters the loop, and now what is like n equal to n divided by 10 again. What is n? 78. 78 divided by 10, that is 7.8. 7.8. As n is an integer, it doesn't accept the decimal values, so the value of n is 7, and the count is incremented again. What is the count now? Count became 2 now. Count became 2, right? In third iteration, what is the number? While condition, what is the number? Number is now 7, right? 7 is greater than 0. Yes, that's true. And the cursor enters the loop. What is their number equal to number divided by 10? What is the now? 0.7. 0.7. As the n is an integer data type, it would accept only the integer. That means the n value is 0, and the count plus plus. What is count? Count has become now 3, right? Now again in fourth iteration. What is the condition in while loop? While loop n greater than 0. Now the value of n is 0, and n is not greater than 0, because 0 is not greater than 0, right? 0 is equals 0. So the condition has failed. The cursor exits the while loop, and we'll print the count, because we have stored the count, like count became 3, and we'll print that cout count. We'll write code for that in an online compiler. I've taken like int number comma count equal to 0, right? See, I'm using single data type and I'm putting a comma. That means it takes like count, the variable count, the data type of count is int. Okay, int count equal to 0. This comma represents that int number comma int count equals 0, right? Then I'm inputting like number from the user. Okay, then I'm introducing while loop. While number is greater than 0, enter the while loop, and number equal to 10. Yeah, what does this mean? This means like number equal to number divided by 10, right? Shorthand notation. I think you remember that. This is a shorthand notation for this. Okay, yeah, increase the count plus plus, and after exiting the while loop, print cout count, right? Include in main. Okay, in number comma count equal to 0, see number while number is greater than 0. Okay, count. Okay, right. Now we'll input like, for example, 4 5 6. Run. What happened? Cout count. What happened? Why we got error here in function in main expected? Yeah, we forgot to put a termination point. Somewhere we have forgotten to put a termination point over here. See, you don't forget that. I have commented this out because you have to understand, right? The shorthand notation. See, the count is 3. Now we'll input some big number and run. See, the output is 9. We'll check 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. Yeah, that's it. Now we look at the second question. See, I've said once, I'm repeating it once again. In while loop, there is no need for like for increment or decrement. It automatically increments it. For example, in for loop, you have to increment the iterator I plus plus, putting I plus plus. No, here in while loop, it doesn't work like that. It increments automatically. For example, if the condition is true always, the loop runs infinite times. But initialization is also required in while loop, right? See, we have initialized count equal to 0. Next, print the first and last digit of a number. Second question, print the first and last digit of a number. Yes, we'll see. Print the first and last digit of a number. Second one, print first and last digit of a number. For example, if I've given input like 412, the output must be 4 comma 2. The output must be 4 2 because the first digit is 4, the last digit is 2. Yeah, the basic approach is like for printing the first digit, you have to run a loop because you have to eliminate every last point you needed. Okay, see this in the previous example, in the previous problem, at last we got only the number 7 here, right? See, the number is 7, n is 7, and after the next iteration the n got 0, right? And we have to we have to, in this case we have to stop the iteration when the when the n value is 7. Okay, right? See, but here some modification is required, right? Like, I'll write the code for you. While n is greater than or equal to 10, I'll say you why we have written this condition, and will n equal to n divided by 10 equal to n divided by 10. See out n. This is for last digit. First digit. Sorry, for printing first digit. For printing last digit. For printing last digit, nothing is required if 412 is there. What is the remainder of 412 when it is divided by 10? That's 2, right? We have to simply print the remainder. For printing remainder, we use modulus function. Right, we'll say cout 412 percentile 10 n percentile percentage 10 modulus 10 n modulus 10. That's it. We'll get the first digit. After this, we have to run this loop to get the first digit. We'll get the here will, by using modulus, we'll get the last digit. By using this loop, we'll get the first digit. I'll explain you how this loop runs in the first iteration. See here, because why I'm not taking like n is greater than or equal to 0 means the compiler exits the loop when the value of n is equals to 0, right? If the condition fails only, then the cursor exits the loop, right? What is the condition that it fails? If n n is greater than 0, when the n value became 0, it exits the loop. That means the n value is 0, right? And the n value is 0, that's not the first digit. We have to we have to exit the loop before one iteration. That means you'll get to understand, right? If I'll say use, you'll confuse a little bit. In first iteration, we'll take like n equal to 412. In first iteration, this is given like n is greater than equal to 10. Yeah, that's true. While 412 is greater than or equal to 10, that's true. That's why it enters the loop, and n became now 41, right? N is n divided by 10, n equal to n divided by 10. That became 41 because n data type is integer. It doesn't accept decimal values, and the code written in the loop is completed, and then it returns again here in the second iteration. N value, what is n value? While 41 is greater than or equal to 10, right? Now what, 41 greater than equal to 10, n became now 41 divided by 10, that's 41.1, and it is 4.1, that's 4, because it is an integer, and it doesn't accept decimal values. N became 4, and now in the third iteration, while 4 is greater than or equal to 10, no, it is not. The condition has failed, so it exits the loop with n value as 4, and we are trying to print out C out, and see, we have got 4. That means if we have, see, now I'll explain why I didn't kept greater than or equal to 0. If I kept n value is 4 in the second iteration, right? If I kept n is greater than or equal to 0, as n value is 4, it further iterates, and n equal to n divided by 10. Now it becomes 0.4. As n is an integer, it accepts only integer values. N is 0 now. See, n became 0, and after that n greater than 0, right, and now 0 is not greater than 0, so the condition has failed, and it exits the loop. If we try to print this, it prints like n equal to 0, and we don't want this. We want this. Okay, I think you understood. It cuts the iteration before the step before it. Here we, in the previous problem, we have used this, and in this problem we have to use this, because if we use this, n value is becoming 0, right? I think you understood. We'll code it now. We'll take like int n, scene n, while loop, while n is greater than or equal to 10, n shorthand notation divided equal 10, and now C out n 463. I've given input like 463. That's okay. We'll see what is the output. See, it's 4. This is the first digit, right? Oh, my question is, we have to print both first digit and last digit. Yeah, that's okay. We can print C out the last digit is n modulus 10 and L. Now here C out the first digit is n. We'll see what will happen. See, we have got the last digit is 3 and the first digit is 4. We'll try to change the input. What we'll get, we'll see. We'll run it. What we'll get, we'll see. See, the code is very simple. You try different problems on while loops, you will get to understand what I am trying to say. The last digit is 5, the first digit is 4. Yeah, we have got that, and we have completed the skin problem. Then we'll move on to the next question. Calculate the sum of the digits of a number. Yeah, this is 2. This is also an easy question. calculate the sum of the digits of a number. Sum of the digits. Sum of the digits of a number. See, I'll write the code and then I'll explain. It makes more sense than while number is greater than 0, sum plus equal to number percentile modulus 10, number equal to number divided by 10. See out sum. See, I've initialized the sum variable as 0 because the sum variable keep a track of the addition of the numbers, addition of the digits of the number. And see what does this mean? This means sum equal to sum plus number, the remainder of the number, right? Plus the remainder of the number. This means remainder, right? Number modulus 10 means the remainder. The remainder when it is divided by 10 means the last digit of a number, right? If there is 567 divided by 10, how much? This is 56.7. The 7 is the remainder, right? And it is 7 means the last digit of the number plus the last digit of the number, right? See, the code is very simple. For every iteration it adds the last digit and we are cutting the last digit after the addition. For example, there is 767 in the first iteration. As the sum is initialized as 0, this is 0 plus what is plus 767 divided by 10, the last digit, that means remainder. What is this? That is 7. Now the sum became 7. In the next iteration, and we are cutting down the n divided by 10 means we are cutting down the last digit, right? N became 76 here, n became 76, and next the sum equal to sum plus the last digit of 76, that's 6. See, in every step we are adding the last digit. Now I'll explain as iterations. See, in the first iteration as n is 767, I've taken as n is 767 while n is greater than 0. Yeah, that's true. And I'm initializing, like I'm giving an assignment operator like sum equal to sum plus 767 modulus 10. This is that, okay? Sum plus n modulus 10. Yes. Here what it is happening, as sum is 0, I've initialized the sum as 0 before the loop, plus what is this? This value is 7, right? Now sum became 7 here. Next, I'm cutting down like n equal to n divided by 10. This means n became 76 here because 76.7, as data type of n is integer, it doesn't accept decimal values, so n became 76 here. Next, in second iteration, as n value is 76 while 76 is greater than 0, that's true, it enters the loop. Sum equal to sum plus 76% modulus 10. See, what is this value? This is 6, right? 76, then 76 modulus 10 means the remainder is 6, right? Now sum, what is the sum we have got in the previous problem, like sum equal to 7, previous iteration sum equal to 7. Now the new sum will be 7 plus 6, that's 13, and we are trying to cut down the last digit. As we have added it, we have to exclude it. This is 76 divided by 10, that is n value is 7. Now n value became 7. In the third iteration n value is 7 while 7 is greater than 0. Sum equal to sum plus 7 percentile modulus 10. 7 modulus 10 is, right, 7, right? What is 7 modulus 10? 7. What is the sum from the previous iteration? We have got sum like 13. Now sum equal to 13 plus 7, that's 21. N equal to n divided by 10, that is n value is 7 divided by 10, that is 0, right? As n value is 0, next iteration is not possible because this condition fails. And now we are printing the sum. We are printing the sum. Print sum. What is sum? We have got 71 21 7 6 7, that means 13 plus 7 21. We'll try to code this. Then and int sum equal to 0, and while n is greater than 0, sum plus equal to n modulus 10, then n divided by equal to 10. See, I'll also write the code, entire code. Sum, this means sum equal to sum plus n per modulus 10. Now what does this is? This is a shorthand notation of n equal to n divided by 10, right? Now after completing the loop, we are trying to see out sum. That's it. The number will take a small number, let's say 453. We'll see what will get the answer. Successfully executed, and the output is 12. Yeah, 5 plus 3 8, 8 plus 4 12. We'll see some bigger number like 3 4 5 2 1. We'll see what the output is. See, using loops is so simple that you have to see what is the reason for me taking this basic problems is that from the next video, in the next video I'll providing you some practice questions around 10 to 20 questions. You have to practice that. Yeah, it will be those are simple. Those problems are simple too. And in the next video I'm going to start with patterns. See, to understand patterns and to code it better, you should have the basic foundation in loops. That is why I'm taking this these basic problems. If you completed, in the next video I'll provide you the practice questions. If you completed these two videos, in the previous video I've discussed some 5 questions on for loops. In this video I'm discussing 5 problems on while loop, and in next video I'll giving you some 20 practice questions. You do that. I'll explain in the next video. I'm going to explain you the procedure, or explain you the algorithm which I follow, the procedure which I follow. I'll guide you, and you have to code it. You practice it, you'll get it. And if you practice this 40 questions, 20, those 20 plus this 5, there's 30 questions. If this 30 questions are done, then you are eligible, or you have the basic foundation to enter the patterns. Because patterns are, yeah, it seems complicated if you try to do it first. It seems complicated, but if you do after practicing this 30 questions, it is so simple to master patterns. Yeah, what is this output? This is 15, right? See, 3 plus 4 7, 7 plus 5 12, 12 12 14 15, right? And next question. Calculate the product of digits of a number. So simple. See, so simple. In the previous question what I have written some of the digits, and now we have to write the product of digits. We have to change a little bit code. That's it. I'll directly code it. See, what for product of roots, for product of digits you have to put multiplication. That's it. So simple. I've guided you the entire procedure in the previous problem. If you don't understand this, why I'm putting this, go. Yeah, you'll get it. 0. Why it is 0? See. No. Just wait a second. See, we have to initialize sum as 1, okay? In the previous problem, we have used 0. That's why, see, multiplication of 0 is 0, right? Yeah, that's some silly mistake. See, 120 will, 3 into 4, that's 12, 12, 5, 60, 62 is 120, 120 into 1, 120. Yeah, we'll check out on some small input like 1, 2, 3. This must be 6, right? Because 1 into 2, 2, 2, 3 is 6, right? Yeah. Now we'll directly move on to next question. This is somewhat interesting, yeah. Print the reverse of a number. No, this is also so simple. Print the reverse of a number. For example, here's the question, right? For example, if the input is 1, 2, 3, the output must be 3, 2, 1. See, I'll write the code, and it is the explanation is also not required. If I write the code, you will understand it. While n is greater than 0, cout n modulus 10, n modulus 10, n equal to n divided by 10. I think you understood this, because I'm trying to print the last number. That's it, right? See, what does this mean? This means that you are trying to take the last digit of a number, right? N modulus 10 means it gives the value as 3. I'm trying to print that. See, I'm trying to print, it means it prints 3. In the next iteration, see here, next n became 112 now, 12. And cout n percentile 10. What is n percent 12%, 12 modulus 10? That's 2. And then 1. Yeah, that's so simple. You see, you follow the procedure. If you don't understand this, you follow the procedure from first problem to fourth problem. I have discussed like first iteration, second iteration, third iteration, until the condition fails. You discuss on it. As I have explained, see that you'll understand it. Try to discuss this. See, these problems are only some modifications we have. In the first problem, we have seen the first problem, and some modification, we have did some modification, and we got the answer of second problem. And in second problem, we had did a small modification, and we got the third problem. See, these are a linkage problems which I took. So to understand this better, because see, these are very important. In percentile 10, these are very important. This forms the basics when you move on to higher problems. So I took this. You take the you explain yourself like this: first iteration, second iteration, third iteration. As you are a beginner, it is very helpful for you. You'll get the correct answers, and you'll learn how to code, right? We'll code it over here. Then seen n a reverse number, right? While n is greater than 0, cout n modulus 10, n equal to n divided by 10. That's it. Cout n. That's it. C3 to 1. So simple, man. I think you understood that. That's why I've explained it fastly. I think you understood that. See, we'll see on higher input. Output is, yeah, 15432. Yeah, that's it for the day, guys. I'll be giving you some practice problems in the next video. Check on that. If you don't understand, I'll explain you how to do the problem. If you still don't understand, go Google it. You'll get every problem.